Today, we're looking at the Batman No Man's Land Omnibus, Volume 2. What's up, guys? BJ Kicks here. I buy comics, I read them, and I review them, all for your viewing pleasure. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. Now, today, we've got another Omnibus overview brought to you by the good folks over at Organic Price Books. Now, if you are interested in this book, once we go through the overview, then you can take a look at organicpricebooks.com. They've got all sorts of collected editions, omnibus, trade paperbacks, standard hardcovers, pre-order, back order, you name it. Now, you can shop at Organic Price Books using my discount code BJKicks. It'll save you $2 on every order while supporting the channel. And if you decide to place an order of 3 books or more, then you can use the code BJKicks, ship it together. And that saves you 5% and make sure that all your books are bundled into one safe, secure package. So thanks Organic Price Books for sponsoring this video. Now today, we're looking at Batman No Man's Land Volume 2. This book is massive and it's got a lot going on. So I'm going to go ahead and switch up the camera view. We'll go ahead and get into the overview. All right, guys, we are about to take a look at the Batman No Man's Land Omnibus Volume 2. Look at this awesome cover by Bill Sienkiewicz. Now, you guys know I have not read, well, you don't know, but I'm going to tell you, I've not read No Man's Land, nor have I read Road to No Man's Land that precedes this, but I had to have it because it's Batman. No Man's Land, if you are not familiar, is like a seminal Batman event from the 90s that spanned like, 3 years of publishing across like all of the Batman titles. And so this is the third in a volume of trilogies, or the third in a trilogy of volumes. There we go. The third in a trilogy of huge omnibus format books collecting that entire event across multiple series. So you're definitely in for a treat. I expect to see some great artwork in this run. And because I haven't read it, I can't really talk to you much about the plot except for what I read on the back of the book. But we're going to have some fun. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, straight out the bat, got a quote here from Lucius Fox saying, "That's why he's been here all along. He wants to own Gotham." Who wants to own Gotham, you say? Well, I could tell you what the back of the book says, but why not let it be a surprise? And then a quote from Batman says, "We can save Gotham. We're so close, Jim. We can bring it back from the edge." Now, let's see. This collects Azrael, Agent of the Bat, 58 to 61. Batman 569 to 574. Legends of the Dark Knight 122 to 126. Shadow of the Bat 89 to 94. The Batman Chronicles 18. Batman No Man's Land, the Zero issue. No Man's Land Secret Files number 1. Catwoman 75 to 77. Detective Comics 736 to 741. Nightwing 38 and 39. And Robin 68 to 73. And bonus pinups from the Batman No Man's Land gallery, number 1, or one shot. So that's a mouthful. That's quite a bit of material that this covers. Let's get some more light over here, and then let's look at the book. So this one's got a cover price of $150, by the way, and it is available right now at Organic Price Books. Whoops, but I told you that during the intro. So on your hardcover, you just got this nice little Gotham skyline, sort of dilapidated Gotham skyline after that earthquake that happened in Cataclysm. And we're going to open this up. Just some cool little stylized bookend pages. Batman No Man's Land Omnibus Volume 2. Bill Sienkiewicz as the cover artist for the collection. And we got a table of contents here. Turn this down a little bit. Got a table of contents here. So that's pretty good. That's pretty cool. Got a bunch of page numbers now. A lot of times we get these table of contents and then it doesn't really matter because there's no page numbers on the inside. So we'll see as we turn through these just what we get. But some pretty cool stuff. So the first book that we see in here should be Shadow of the Bat, issue 89. Looks like Batman versus Killer Croc. Very cool. And this event takes place like during a time where you've got like a bunch of writers and artists. It's not like, we're not expecting anyone to do like these 100-issue arcs like Stan and Jack or Brian Michael Bendis and Mark Bagley on Spider-Man. So there's some names that are like super famous for being like Batman scribes, and there are other names that I honestly don't know. Like Larry Hama. Larry Hama I know from Wolverine. Didn't know he wrote stuff for Batman. But obviously it's a big hulking Bane figure. And right off the bat, we got is that Kelly Jones? It's got to be Kelly Jones, because nobody else draws Batman with those ridiculous ears like that. I say ridiculous, not in a bad way. It's just like ridiculous meaning awesome. It's going to take me too long to go back to that. So I'm pretty sure that's Kelly Jones, though. And so I guess while we're doing this, I can talk a little bit about what I know of this event. So No Man's Land follows Cataclysm, which is a story where a big earthquake kind of like separates Gotham City from like the mainland. And then the government kind of declares a state of emergency and basically separates Gotham from the rest of the United States. And, nobody's in, nobody's out. Which kind of sounds to me like the plot of, is it The Dark Knight Rises? And The Dark Knight? And Batman Begins? They love walling off Gotham City. And the Batman for that instance. But anyway. So, No Man's Land, Gotham is a wasteland. Gotham's like the worst city in the world. So, why should Gotham be associated with the rest of the United States? I guess that's a valid question. And in this story, Gotham is not. So when everyone is giving up on Gotham, can Batman? Of course, Batman can't give up on Gotham. So he won't. And this is, allegedly a story about how Batman gets Gotham back, no matter who wants to take over. I love this like clear nod to the 1989 Batman. So that's great. But yeah, so the original No Man's Land book or omnibus kind of has nods, or it contains like the first appearances in DC continuity of Harley Quinn. So it's cool to see her here. We got Huntress here. You basically get the whole Bat family in different aspects. Everyone in the Rogues Gallery, every protagonist, every side character, everyone that you would want in a Batman book. Look, see, there's Penguin. You get them in here. So, cool stuff. It's going to take me forever to turn through this. There are so many pages in this book. So yeah, we're not even a third of the way through the book, and I've seen Bane, I've seen the Penguin, I've seen Two-Face. It's a very good looking Bane there. And all right, I wasn't going to say anything, but I guess I'll say something. So on the back of this omnibus, you get the synopsis of the story, and the story so far is, Gotham's trash, right? And in volume 2 of No Man's Land, apparently Lex Luthor comes to Gotham trying to play the role of angel investor or benefactor. And obviously he's going to try to take over Gotham for his own nefarious purposes. And, our good old Bat family has got to prevent that somehow. Look how young Alfred is. Look at a little young black-haired Alfred. That's great. But man, just thumbing through this, I haven't seen any art that I didn't like. And I think that if nothing else, screams 90s. Like, the few times I remember seeing comic books as a kid, this is what they looked like. Just really awesome artwork. Like, everything looks like a movie. Like, look at that. And so, thumbing through stuff like this, like, gives me not lots of throwback vibes, lots of nostalgia. Even though I never really read this stuff, when I had comics as a kid, it was mostly because I liked the art and I would try to copy the art. I couldn't tell you a single story that I actually read and remember. Now we're a little over halfway through this book, so I'll take a little break and show you this eye. DC really does seem to have fixed their little issue they had with the terrible binding during COVID and all that. And now we're getting really good quality books. And I'm glad we're getting good quality books because these things are huge and they're also expensive. Cover price of $150 is nothing to sneeze at. I know most of us get them discounted through organic price books or other online retailers. But still, even with that discount, a lot of times you're paying close to $100 for these books. And yeah, so the idea that it's going to last for a long time is very much welcomed and appreciated. So we're getting toward the end of the book, and again, I'm still enjoying the art. Some of it looks like quintessentially 90s, and some of it has like aspects that I can still see that carried over into today's comics, which is pretty cool. That's one thing I love about these collected editions is like they feel like time capsules, so much more so than they feel like books at times. It's like, hey, do you remember 1996? No? Okay. Well, here's a book that just screams 1996. I think the only thing that does that more for me, what the heck? This is obviously not She-Hulk. It's got to be Poison Ivy, but she's definitely looking real She-Hulkish. Interesting. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, the only thing that does that more for me is like actual comic books. Like when you get old back issues and you get to see the ads and the letters pages, that's when you really get to see like what is going through people's minds as they're reading this. Like, yeah, I got to hurry up and finish this issue so I can play Mario Kart on my N64. Right? I've seen some comics with Sega Genesis ads in them, and I'm like, yo, like, then you start to realize how people spent so much time reading comics. There wasn't anything else to do. Everybody didn't have video games and cell phones and certainly not computers in the house. But anyway, that was an aside for aside's sake. Look at Joker and Harley. I gotta say, for something that didn't exist in 1992, Harley Quinn has really made herself a mainstay in the DC universe. They just did her 30th anniversary celebration last week. And it's like, honestly, hard to imagine a Joker story without Harley Quinn, which is interesting. Because, like I said, there are generations of people, generations of Batman fans who never read Harley Quinn. So it's just cool how some ideas stick in that way, right? Like sometimes people hate the new additions, like Jason Todd, until he became the Red Hood. And sometimes you just kind of become an instant classic member of the Rogues family or Rogues Gallery. But anyway, can you tell I don't have anything to talk about? I'm just waxing poetic about comics while you guys look at No Man's Land. I guess I'll skip since we're like so far toward the end. I'll let this be a surprise to you. Ooh, this one looks like an animated series tie-in. That's pretty cool. I think now we're at like a variant cover gallery. We're seeing pinups. Lots of cool stuff. Oh, Bat Squad, not the Bat Family, the Bat Squad. Hey, Batman, you can't take my name. Like, my group is the squad. You have families, I have the squad. Well, technically, I have both. So while we're doing that, let's shout out the channel family and the channel squad for helping to make this video possible. Nice little trading card type bios. These look more like the who's who, and that's very cool. Yeah, I'm very much excited to read this. Very much excited to read this. We're pretty much at the end. Oh, there's a timeline of No Man's Land. That'll be helpful. So yeah, that's the book. And again, I gotta give a huge thanks to Organic Price Books for sponsoring this video and providing us with this copy of this book for review. Like I said, if you are still looking for a copy of this, it is still available. But I can tell you right now, this book is already sold out at the distributor level. So wherever you find this book in stock, go ahead and buy it now, because once it's gone, that's it until they reprint it. And DC is weird about when they reprint their books. So if you haven't ordered this, go ahead and do so. You can use my discount code BJKicks and you'll save $2 while supporting the channel. Or if you're ordering 3 books or more, use code BJKicks, ship it together, and you'll save 5% while also supporting the channel. So again, thanks to everyone for the channel support. Thanks to the squad members and the family members who are scrolling on the screen right now, because I couldn't make videos without you guys supporting me. So thanks again. And if you're interested in joining, just click the join button below. I'll see you in another video soon. Until then, I hope you saw something you liked in this one. If not, that's cool. You can always buy what you like. Just make sure you read what you buy and be nice to others, because kindness makes the world go round. Peace.